Hello, this is Leo from CCS America. In this section, I would like to introduce Effilux series light. This light is designed and manufactured by CCS Group company Effilux. This lineup is work extremely well for two types of application. The first one is where we need the light to cover a big area from a long walking distance. Which is commonly in automotive industry, logistic industry, and robotic industry. And the other type of application will be the washdown, where we need the light to be IP67, IP69K housing, for example in food and beverage or pharmaceutical industry. There's a lot of similar product in the market, but what makes this lineup stand out is the flexibility. And when we talk about flexibility, we have 3 points: optical flexibility, mechanical flexibility, and electrical flexibility. Let me show the flexibility with the Effilux bar light. Let's first focus on the optical flexibility. Let me take out the cap. When we purchase the light comes as a kit. When I say kit, there is 3 different windows. The default is a semi-diffuse window, and then we have a diffuse window. We also have a transparent window. Let's put the window on the side first. And the light, it also comes with the lens unit. You can see here. And there's a few different slots for the lens. We can change the lens position to get different emitting angle. If there's no lens, that's the lens position 0. That gives us a 90-degree emitting angle. And in the slot 1, that gives us 45-degree emitting angle, and slot 2, 25 degree, slot 3, 10-degree emitting angle. So which means in the field, we can change the lens position, and we can change the window, and create different lighting configuration we want. Let's check it in action. Now we turn on the light. Again, for the default, we are in the lens position 2 and the semi-diffuse window. Lens position 2 will give us around 25-degree emitting angle. So you can see now the light is focused in a certain area. We can remove the lens, and that will give us a 0 position, which means 90-degree emitting angle. So this time we have a much bigger coverage, and also we can put the lens in the position 3, and that will give us a 10-degree emitting angle, which means the light will be really focused. So this configuration works really well if we need to cover a small area from the long walking distance. So you can see this time the light is really focused in the center area. And also we can change the windows. The default is semi-diffuse window. If we want to have a better intensity, we can use the transparent window. The transparent window won't diffuse the light, so which means we will get the best intensity. And also if we want to have a better uniformity, we can use the diffuse window. With the diffuse window, the light will be really diffuse. We get a very uniform coverage, but also we will reduce the intensity. So in conclusion, there's 3 different windows, 4 lens positions that give you total 12 different configurations. And everything can be changed in the field, so you can find the best configuration for your application. We also provide different accessories for this light. I'm going to introduce 2 accessories. The first one is the polarizer, which is commonly used for some specular object where we need to remove the surface glare. And the other one is the light scan filter. This filter is actually quite interesting. This filter can turn the light into a light scan light. So let me show everything in action. When we use this accessory, we usually put the lens in the position 3, and then we will use the transparent window. This is the result we can get. The light scan filter will focus the light a little bit on the narrow, and then diffuse the light on the long side. And this configuration will be really well for the line scan application. So which means you can also use this light for line scan application too. We also have the different wavelength available in our standard lineup. We have red, green, blue, white color, infrared, UV as a standard. And recently we also released sphere and hyperspectrum option. And the hyperspectrum can give you a flat spectrum all the way from 400 to 900 nanometer. So that concludes the optical flexibility. We also have the mechanical flexibility. First, you can see the whole light is designed with the industrial profile. And the industrial profile means the light length is really flexible. The smallest lens is 20 millimeter emitting surface, and it can go all the way to 3 meters. And also because it's industrial profile, mounting this light is really easy. You just need to use the T-nut to mount this light to your machine. We also use the M12 connector, which is industrial standard, and very stable and rugged. The standard housing is IP50. We also have the option, different housing for IP67 for some light wash down environment. Also, we have IP69K for some food industry if you need to use some detergent to wash your light. So that's the mechanical flexibility. The last one is the electrical flexibility. Let me remove the line scan filter. Let's check everything in action first. When we turn on the light, you can see the light will overdrive 300% intensity for the first 2 seconds. The reason is all the light have a built-in driver, which means you don't need any additional driver to power this light. And this driver is 24 volt. The function in this driver we call auto show function. When the trigger signal comes in, it will first overdrive the light 300% for 2 seconds, which means depends on how you apply the trigger signal, the light can be used in either overdrive mode or the continuous mode. If you are synchronize the trigger signal to the camera exposure, since your exposure time will always less than 2 seconds, the light will always overdrive it. Or you can just connect the trigger to 24 volt direct. The light will have 2 seconds start time and then will be in the continuous mode. So let's check again. When the light turns on, the first 2 seconds, it will overdrive 300% and then we drop down to continuously. Let's check again. Okay, so here we conclude the flexibility. We have optical flexibility, we have a mechanical flexibility, we also have an electrical flexibility. So that's the bar light. We also have some different light in this series. We have a ring light, and the concept of the flexibility also exists in the ring light. We can also change different window. We can also change different lens, the lens position for different emitting angle. We also have the brick light. This is like a 2-row bar light, and we have 3 different sizes, and the flexibility also exists in this lineup. We also have a panel light and a panel light with a hole, which is a flat dome light available in this series. The lens is also really flexible. It comes with 50 millimeter all the way to 1.5 meter with 50 millimeter increment. And we also have different wavelength available. We have red, green, blue, infrared, and white color. The last unit I want to introduce in this lineup is this projector. This projector is an LED projector. It can project a pattern on the object surface, which is really good for 3D application. We can project different patterns like a single line pattern, cross pattern, grid pattern, a cloud dot pattern. And also we have 3 different housing for different intensity. So that's everything for the Effilux series light. This is a very flexible lineup. You can configure the lighting in the field, and this flexibility can give you a lot of benefit. The first benefit is during the evaluation, you can bring less light and test all the configuration by yourself. And also it will help your stock. You only need to purchase one light and you can change the configuration, make it work for different application. And also it works well when you do the maintenance. If the machine spec change, you can still change the configuration and make the light work. So that's everything for the Effilux series light, and hope you find this video helpful. Thank you very much.